Going to be James Brown to take the throw in. Darren Markey gets it back again. Brown with the captain's armband on him. Jake Hyland, the club captain, is on the bench today. And now here comes Markey getting inside the box. He got around, Call cuts it back. Denny Corcoran with the chance. And a good save from Gartside. A really smart save from Gartside. So we have just over a quarter of an hour gone. 0-0 between Drogheda and Derry. And as we mentioned, Will Pashing earlier on, and the man who scored both goals when the sides last met, that was in the league back in May, and he got both of them, both free kicks. Now we'll just come away from that for a minute, because here's Akintunde Jr. is outside him. Lovely step over, gets around Killian Phillips, gets the cross in, and it's a great block from Massey. It's come back to Lafferty, and Massey felt that one. I think he got one in the just below the midriff, as they say in football, but unfortunately he was unable to do so. We have 21 and a half minutes gone at Head in the Game Park. Drogheda United 0, Derry City 0, and one good chance for either side. Denny Corcoran's shot on the turn was tipped over by Nathan Gartside, and Will Fitzgerald's shot a few moments ago blocked well by Dane Massey. Cross comes in from James Brown. As we talk about Drogheda getting a little bit of joy down that right hand side earlier, they did it again there. Cross came in from James Brown, and it's Conor Kane who rolls it infield to Gary Deegan. He's got Akintunde putting the pressure on him, and now Conor Kane with his swinger gets it clear. Denny Corcoran flicks it on the halfway line, but nobody there to help him out, and it's back with Kieran Call. Plays it to Daniel Lafferty on the left hand side. Back to Call, back to Lafferty again. Vastly experienced campaigner Lafferty. Has a stint in England with several clubs over there. Cuts back inside, lovely bit of play from him. Rolls it across to Akintunde, and now he plays it all the way back to Cameron McJanet. Here's Toll again. Thompson coming under pressure from Deegan, turns away from him and plays it across again to Call. Derry City being very patient here, just playing the ball around, and now they knock a ball towards the far post. Up goes Fitzgerald. Massey doesn't know where it is. It drops, and that could be, well, there's a big shout for a penalty there, and that looked like they might have had a bit of a case there, Derry City, but they still haven't got it away. Drogheda. Thompson knocks him back over the top for Harkin to chase, and all he can do is hook it out of play. It was a really good opportunity there.
I think there's only so many times I can go on about the pitch about being lively and that, but Mark does still got to be better than that with his touch.
Throw in taken, and it's towards Killian Phillips, all on his own in the box, and he plays it across the goal, and it's in. Denny Corcoran at the back post. Well, we were saying how Drogheda United will have to Harkin. Here comes the free kick towards the back post. It's headed clear well there by Killian Phillips under pressure from Owen Toll, but they haven't gotten it away yet. Drogheda. It's knocked back in. Out comes McCabe. It's gone through his hands. It's fallen to Fitzgerald, and it's been scrambled away, half clear by Drogheda. Conor Kane tries to get ahead in it on the edge of his 6-yard box, still not away. Lafferty's cross, and Colin McCabe puts his hands up to say sorry about that, lads, but that was really bad goalkeeping from McCabe. It just went straight. He's just flitted in and out of the game, but he's certainly a dangerous presence.
Yeah, he's a tidy little player, very industrious, and he's looking to get on the ball all the time, but as you said, it just hasn't really happened for him. Ball hopping off him a few times. Now
here's a ball from Mark Doyle to Darren Markey. He's got Call in front of him, gets the shot away. Good save by Gartside. I thought he might try and take Kieran Call on there, but he did the right thing. I think Markey got the shot away, and I think it was Kieran Call that got his head to that one. Now here's Denny Corcoran in a midfield playmaker role, not where you'd usually find Denny Corcoran popping up, but he plays it in towards the edge of the box. It's cleared again, and now it's come back to James Brown on the halfway line. Drogheda United lead by a goal to nil. Almost 6 minutes gone in the second half at Head in the Game Park in this FAI Cup first round clash. Gary Deegan has to be careful. Deegan, he's already had a stern talking to from the referee, and now Junior gets away down the left hand side, gets into the box. He's got James Brown in front of him, tries to get around Brown. Great defending from Brown, but he still gets the cross in, and it looked like a handball on the goal line there, and I think that's going to be
blatant.
Could be a red card as well. It's Conor Kane. It's going to be hard to spot. Up comes Junior, going to hit it right footed. Up he comes, and it's hit the post. Well, it's all happening here, and as you can hear, backwards, and then Junior overran it, so he was able to get onto it again. Brown, little header to himself essentially, and knocks it long, but it's all the way through to Gartside. Now Derry City, he missed that penalty, but they still have 35 minutes or so to get this equaliser, and as we said, when it was 11 against 11, they had plenty of the ball and plenty of possession, so you can only imagine that's going to continue in this second half.
I think you'll see Addy Emo on pretty soon, I'd say. after an hour probably. I just think Dinny up there wouldn't be able to do the running with a man down. I think his energy and pace will be good for a game like this, and he might catch them in behind as well.
And well, there's a chance. I should correct myself. It was Dane Massey who actually got sent off. I thought it was Conor Kane, but apologies for the confusion on that one. I did think it was Conor Kane that got sent off, but it's Dane Massey who's gone for an early bath. So Drogheda United will have to deal with that man down for the rest of this game. And one thing that we did mention earlier, I suppose your man down is always going to be difficult. Times now that Drogheda have just hoofed the ball upfield, and it's coming straight back at them because Cameron McJanet has it again. Rolls in into Harkin, and Drogheda really need to try and keep the ball as best they can here, because it's a hot day, as we mentioned, Fabio. They're a man down and just knocking it long to the Derry centre backs. We're just coming away from that for a moment because Thompson has it on the edge of the box. He cracks one. Well, he hit it really well, and Colin McCabe threw himself at it because he was worried.
McCabe right in that hoodie.
So it's going to be Conor Kane to take the corner over on that far side of the field with his right foot, or rather it's Darren Markey, I should say, and it's in towards Killian Phillips. Well, it was Markey with the corner. The bright boots. Look what they're going to do for the remaining 20 minutes or so of this game. In by Fitzgerald. Phillips again gets up and wins the header, knocks it towards Darren Markey. He's got nobody near him in support. He was just crowded out of it there by Thompson. And now Daniel Lafferty in a unfamiliar position for him in the centre of that defence on the halfway line, but nobody around him. He plays the ball over to that far side of the field, and Derry again. They have Ferry in possession, and his cross in, bounces up in front of Killian Phillips. Difficult one for him to deal with. Taken off his foot, taken off his toe by Akintunde, and McCabe makes the save with his leg. Stuck out a foot, McCabe, and got a block on it, but Derry still have possession. Drogheda United just really need to try and get a grip of this game in some shape or form, because Derry's pressure is building and building all the time. Ball in towards the far post, and Boyce gets up, and well, Colin McCabe made a little bit of a rick earlier, but he did well there, Fabio. That was referee says no, and James Clark charges forward to try and close down Nathan Garside, who gets possession halfway inside his own half. Another really nervy moment in that Drogheda defence. Here come Derry again. Has come to Ferry on the edge of the box. He knocks it back to Thompson. The shot comes in, and Colin McCabe gets down and holds on to it. And again, Drogheda survive another. Just knocks it out over the sideline for a throw in, and just feel like Drogheda are really just going to have to keep their concentration for these last, what have we got, 7 minutes or so of normal time to go. Here's Thompson again as Derry charge forward, and it's going to be a siege, just feel, from now till the end of the game. And here's Junior again. Thompson looks for his options, plays over to Boyce on this near touchline, skips up in the air often, but he takes it down again, and he tries to get around Conor Kane. He does so, and then he rolls it in towards Akintunde again. His cross in towards the centre of the box. It's come to Toll, and Deegan, well, it's a massive bodies there, and Darren Markey somehow comes away with the ball. Brilliant from Markey, and the referee gives a free kick towards the edge of the box. We have just over a minute and a half of normal time to go, and the referee has given another penalty.
Oh my
God. Would you believe it? Luke Heaney is the one to have committed the foul in the eyes of the referee. He's going to come up, and if this goes in, we're going to have extra time, and Drogheda down to 9 men. It's going to be a real struggle for them, so surely McCabe has to save this one if Drogheda United are to progress. And it's stuck in the bottom corner by Lafferty. Heartbreak for Drogheda United. An absolutely unbelievable. If you're watching, whether it's in Derry, Drogheda, or even further afield, you've enjoyed it, and if you're a Derry fan, you were breathing a huge sigh of relief that that Drogheda players, but Markey in particular, has been really good today.
Yeah, I think he's been Drogheda's best player, to be honest, and I talked about that game intelligence and game management, and he just has that. Certain players have that, and they know when to take a bit out of it, they know when to dribble, they know when to pass, they know when to go long, and you know, just their selection of decisions is excellent, and as I said earlier, it's a huge plus for Drogheda going forward. I think hopefully for him, they get through to the next round, and Drogheda.
Joe Thompson again orchestrating things in midfield, as he has done for much of this game. Here's Cole, one of the substitutes that came on a little bit earlier on. Thompson again. Good ball out to Harris on this near side. Kane has given him a little bit of room. He gets the cross in, it goes beyond Junior. And now Luke Heaney just needs to be a little bit careful there. He was almost drawn into making a challenge on Lafferty, but he pulled out of it at the last moment. And now Markey's putting a bit of pressure on, and Hughie Douglas tries to come across to keep an eye on Patrick Ferry. Now it's come back to Akintunde. It's taken off by Gary Deegan, and then, well, it was Junior and Darren Cole who. McLaughlin is going to take it. Cole has left it to it. left him to it. So Joe Thompson hanging back, but everybody else forward for Derry City. Toll gets the head on it up into the air and massive bodies, and then the overhead kick comes in from Junior, and it's over the bar safely. So, and we will get the second half of extra time underway in the what has been a remarkable FAI Cup tie. Talk about the magic of the cup.
Look, again, I wouldn't be too harsh on considering the amount of games he's played. So, you know, and this is the ideal opportunity, and this is why the cup runs are important as well, to sort of give fringe players game time and get everybody up to speed.
Owen Toll again over towards Akintunde on that right hand touchline now. He's moved around a little bit in this second half, and now into extra time. Akintunde trying to just pick up different positions and full draw it out of position. Adeyemo putting the pressure on in midfield, and it's back with Toll again. Cameron McJanet. Joe Thompson has it just inside the Drogheda United half, looks up, looks for his options, plays it left footed to his right hand side to Oren McLaughlin, and Akintunde rolls it back. Cross comes in again, it's gone beyond Luke Heaney, and coming in on the back post was Michael Harris, and I think maybe Luke Heaney just possibly put him off, but that was a good shot in the game park. Still 1-1 between Drogheda United and Derry City. Dinny Corcoran in added time at the end of the first half, and then the penalty from Danny Lafferty in the 95th minute, seeing us here going into extra time. We're into the second half of extra time, and here's Junior McLaughlin now. Evan McLaughlin back, plays a little 1-2, gets it back again. Cameron McJanet down again towards this near side to Michael Harris, trying to take on Luke Heaney, gets the cross in, gone beyond everybody to the back post. The cross, well, it was a cross come shot, I think, from Cole there, and evaded everybody, and the captain, big target man for them. In fact, he's just trotting back towards the halfway line now. Here's Cameron McJanet, Oren McLaughlin, Thompson, Drogheda again just sitting in, two banks of four, and that's all they're able to do because they only have 9 men. Here's Thompson looking for a little bit of a gap, finds Cole just on the edge of the box over on that far side, inside to McLaughlin, a toe in from Gary Deegan. That's what he's so good at, and it's played back to Toll again. Drogheda doing well, forcing Derry back across the halfway line, and they have to start again. McJanet
did very well there, Drogheda. Yeah, just banks of 4, as you said, making it very difficult.
Cross comes in again, and up goes Huey Douglas, gets it head, and it drops to the edge of the box to Thompson. He has the shot, and McLaughlin gets there, or rather McCabe gets down on it. He saw it late, Colin McCabe, in fairness to him, I think, the last minute or so. We might have a little chat about who we think might take the penalties, but we won't just count our chickens yet, because there's still 3.5 minutes plus whatever time the referee decides to add on. There shouldn't be a whole lot of added time, but still plenty of time for this to change. And that's James Clark was in there rather strongly on Akintunde, and it's played through, and Ferry is in. It's gone over the bar. Colin McCabe came rushing out there. He did well, to be fair to him, McCabe, because he made Ferry I think Cameron McJanet are the ones standing over the ball. So McLaughlin comes up, he tries to curl it in, and it's come back off the post and then fired back across the goal from Cole. I'm not quite sure if Colin McCabe got a hand on that one. It seemed to come back. Certainly players out there who's taking the penalties. There goes the full-time whistle here. We will have a penalty shoot. The first penalty for Derry City. Colin McCabe on the line, trying to make himself as big as possible. He's had an injury of his own in recent weeks that has kept him out, but he's back here, and up he comes with his left foot. Of course, he'd be a set piece expert when he does start for Drogheda, so he comes up left footed. Where's he going to put it? Down the middle, straight down the middle. Gartside went to his right. It's 1-1. Who missed the penalty in normal time, he's stepping up again, so let's see what he does with this one. The first time he stepped up, it came off Colin McCabe's right hand post. Will he go to the same side again, Junior, or will he change his mind this time? He steps up and he stuck it away. Good penalty.
Very good.
Into the not quite the top corner, but not far off it, into Colin McCabe, number 22, on his back, looking to make it 2-2. Up becomes Clark, and it's been saved by Gartside. It's it was just to the right of the keeper, but it was a good. And he's had a good game, McJanet, but he's played the whole 120 minutes, so he's going to be feeling it a little bit too. Left-footed. Is he going to put it back across his body to McCabe's left? Let's see. Up he comes. And he does. And McCabe went the right way and nearly should have got to that one. Just couldn't quite.
Good height for the keeper, but
And it's going to be taken by Luke Heaney, the man who conceded that penalty right at the end of normal time, and what he wouldn't give to make amends here in some small way by sticking this one away. Up he comes Heaney, and he's rolled it in. It was just it was midway to the right side of the keeper, but guardside went to Drogheda's goal. Here he has an opportunity to give them a 4-2 lead in the shootout. Akintunde, up he comes, and it's off the bar. Did it cross the line? No. He puts his head in his hands, Akintunde. It's very hard to tell. Killian Phillips to step up, right-footed from the youngster, and he's had it saved by the feet of guardside. He went straight down the middle with it to win it for the Candy Stripes. This will make it 4-2, and it's it'll be heartbreak for Drogheda. And it's been banged in the corner. Great penalty there. I think it was Evan McLaughlin. It was indeed. He stuck it away.